Tips and Tricks by Timcat. If you have pets, they shed. This is the air intake. I haven't cleaned it for 2 years. That's what transfers the heat. That's your condenser. See if I can focus. I took the front cover off. This fridge is 3 years old. I cleaned it after the first year and I got lazy. Vacuum that out. And actually, if you can, pull the whole thing out and take the back off. That's the nozzle I used. Doesn't get it all, but it's a start. If you have pets, you should do this 3 or 4 times a year, depending on how much you think your pet shed. If the carpets are constantly covered and there's big chunks of fur and there's fur blowing around the floor, it's getting sucked in there. The way this works is there's a compressor in the bottom back behind the freezer, and it takes the refrigerant and it compresses it and it pushes it through those coils. And during compression, the compression cycle, the refrigerant wants to release the heat, but it needs airflow going across those coils to release that heat. And once it's done its cycle of going through the coils, it goes into an evaporator. And during evaporation, there's an evaporator inside there with a fan system and whatnot to take some of the air from the fridge and circulate it through the freezer. It's controlled so that this doesn't freeze and that freezes. During evaporation, it wants to absorb the heat, controlled by a thermostat, of course, so that you're always at a constant temperature. But it wants to take that refrigerant, evaporate, pull the heat out of the refrigerator, and it repeats itself. It goes back down through the condenser, and a fan runs, and it pulls the air through the front. On most new refrigerators today, it pulls that air through the front, and then the fan causes a positive pressure at the back and pushes the heat out. This one has low clearance. I don't think it even meets spec. Some of the heat's going to come out the top and wherever else it can find a cavity that has an opening, like right there, a little bit. And I can actually feel the warmth there when it's running. The other reason you want to do this as often as you can, it'll make your compressor run a lot less runtime and a lot less warmer. Your compressor will be happy for it. And you'll save some energy. I think tomorrow, though, judging by how much dirt I pulled out of the front, and what's interesting is shortly after I did clean it, it stopped running. It hasn't cycled since, and it's been about an hour. I think I'm going to pull the back out, though, take the back off and do a more thorough clean. Clean out as much as I can with the vacuum, and then I'm going to blow it out with my 765 CFM leaf blower. Home maintenance. Do it.